There were guys that touched the ball that day mostly. Guess which one didn't have 100 yards rushing?
Well, that's okay.
That'd have been me. Yeah.
They didn't want you to get hurt.
No, I was handing it off a lot.
You were too important. But what's the key to beating LSU, especially in Baton Rouge?
Well, it's no different than it is anybody in our league on the road. You got to run the ball and take care of it. That's probably the most important thing is taking care of the ball and getting off to a good start. You want to get off to a good start and be in the thick of things from the very get-go. And so run the ball, be physical, take care of it. It's a pretty simple formula, but it's always been a physical game and a physical matchup, and we expect nothing less. And we gotta match their physicality, and that'll be important.
You guys have got a lot of Louisiana kids on the team. How excited do you think they are about going?
Well, I think just from being around here and learning about that more and more, I think it's a really big deal for them, and rightfully so. And so that's obviously a side note or a sidebar that would just add a little bit of maybe the excuse me, sorry, fighting a cold, and but it'd be important for them to go down and fun for them to have family around and see them play and all that stuff. Hopefully, we can play well for them.
Austin Cantrell took a couple of snaps at tailback. Where'd that come from? Is that something you and Coach Mitchell talked about?
Well, obviously that's something that Coach B and our staff had talked about earlier this summer, and it's been kind of a work in progress, I should say, and we've been practicing it for a couple of weeks, and then finally got it to go, and it was kind of a mixed bag a little bit. It was good without the ball security issue, which is a huge deal that we're working hard to give him more reps in that regard. But it's looked good in practice, and we did some good things. So hopefully we can keep building off of it a little bit.
What's this game mean to you personally?
Well, they all mean a lot, but this is obviously, what would you say, 5 original traditional SEC matchups, and so I think LSU, I think a lot of history there. The matchups, I think, reflect about the games, the series, the swings, all the moments in the games, and hopefully we can go create more of those for Arkansas in a good way on Saturday.
They like to play at night, but they're playing at 11 a.m. I think it's like the earliest they've played an SEC game in like 100 years or something. Maybe not quite that long, but going back, maybe ever. Do you think you guys are catching a bit of a break in an early kickoff?
Well, I think we've always felt like that. The road team, the 11 o'clock road team is probably the best draw that you could get, But it doesn't have any bearing on the game. I mean, once the game starts, whether it's 11 or, 11 p.m., it's about blocking and tackling and taking care of the ball. And so, but certainly, I think at the very least it gives us an opportunity to play a game and get back home in a decent hour and recover for the next week. So we'll take it.
Yeah. And Jeremy got pretty involved last week. I guess got extra snaps with O'Grady out. How do you think Jeremy did? How good was it to see him get more involved?
Well, actually, what happened was with CJ going out, Will Gregg was the one that played more reps.
Okay.
He played about 10 reps, which was the most volume that he had played during a game. And so Jeremy played about the same target that he'd been playing around that. They both played him and Austin played about 40 plays apiece, and that's kind of our target and goal. But, yeah, it was good to get him, and I wasn't trying to correct you there. But,
okay. I appreciate it.
But yeah, I was telling the guys earlier that he kind of really the last few weeks in practice has really started to come around in the passing game, playing faster. He's in better shape. He's starting to understand what we do a little bit better, the details of the passing game. And so for that, the fruits of those labors to show up in a game was, I think, good for him. It was obviously good for us, and hopefully we can build on that down the stretch. But, yeah, he made some nice plays. He didn't do anything spectacular in the passing game, but certainly made some nice plays.